Outokumpu is made of stainless steel that creates lasting beauty and functionality. As the inventor of stainless steel, we're committed to carrying this legacy forward. Our products have unmatched durability and corrosion resistance, resulting in low maintenance needs, and they're endlessly recyclable. In fact, over 85% of our stainless steel is made from recycled material. Outokumpu is made of people. People with vast expertise and experience to take these benefits even further. People who work tirelessly on ensuring the high quality and efficiency of our production, research, sales and service operations on all continents for the benefit of our customers and to solve future challenges. Outokumpu is made of stainless steel.
Welcome to the world of sustainable stainless steel and AI innovation. We are living in the middle of generative AI era, and businesses are striving to harness data to unlock new opportunities for growth and efficiency. While many are still seeking for the right starting point, early adopters like Outokumpu have already taken action towards scaling AI. I am Auli Peltola, and it is my pleasure to introduce Kristiina Tiilas, Vice President IT Europe from Outokumpu. So, great to have you here with us at Solita Summit to present Outokumpu Digital Innovation Hub.
Thanks for having me.
A couple of words about you. So, you have PhD in nuclear physics, and you have started your career as nuclear safety engineer. And on your free time, you are the writer behind Atomi Mummo blog, and also you are a passionate skydiver and skydiving trainer. Mm-hmm. But most of all, you are known for driving digital innovation and transformation, earlier at Fortum and Kemira, and now at Outokumpu. And at Outokumpu, you have been able to combine your competencies both in nuclear power and IT leadership, which is pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's really nice to actually be able to use different skills from the previous experiences.
That is so cool. So, for those who are not familiar with Outokumpu, could you share some facts and figures?
Yes, actually, Outokumpu is one of the stainless steel producers in Europe and Americas. And here I have a few figures about us. So basically, we are the biggest stainless steel producer in Europe and the second largest also in Americas, which is actually remarkable. And in the core of our stainless steel production is sustainability. And more than 90% of our raw materials actually are recycled. So we are really proud of being here and focusing on sustainability and also, of course, in AI. Some more figures you can find here, but I'm not going to read those through.
And today we will deep dive into Digital Innovation Hub. And this initiative started with the aim of formalizing the bottom-up innovation process to gather ideas from all business fields, like sales, HR, manufacturing, and finance. And secondly, to accelerate the adoption of AI across Outokumpu. Could you tell a bit more about the background? So how did you come up with this idea that this is what Outokumpu needs?
Well, when I joined the company 2.5 years ago, I was asking first that where is the innovation? And nobody was talking about innovation at that time in Outokumpu. So I really brought it up in the first time when I met our CEO. And of course, there was reasons there because of the difficult years and things like that. But then we actually decided that this is something that we need. And that was something that from other companies that I had been working on, like Fortum and like Kemira and others, it has been in the core that we really need to focus on innovation and new ideas and development. And then we actually just decided to get started in digital field.
That's amazing. And when it comes to history of innovation at Outokumpu, it is globally remarkable. Flash smelting technology was developed by CEO Petri Brück and his team after the Second World War. And it solved the energy outage problem and environmental issues in copper production. And it was a really groundbreaking innovation in chemical metallurgy. And it is still widely in use globally. And today we are living in 2020s and still we are working on the same challenges in energy and sustainability. Mm-hmm. But now in this case, we are solving those with artificial intelligence. And top management support is always really needed in this kind of initiative. And in this case, you reported directly to Outokumpu leadership team. So what did you promise to achieve in short and long term?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't promise them anything. I actually said that we are not in the place that we could promise anything. It's sometimes too early that you also define KPIs and then you promise something huge. So I believe that they trusted that there is something there, the value is there, and then we had some time to actually build our North Star. Of course, nowadays we do have our targets, our North Star and our focus areas, but in the beginning for the first, let's say 4 months, we actually just decided to take some time, take the first steps, learn where the value is and what is the potential. So I think it was a little bit of a leap of faith.
Yes. And everyone is probably eager to hear that what has been really done. And by the way, in a recent survey by Google, they found out that 74% of companies that have implemented Gen AI in one application got return on investment in a year. So how is it at Outokumpu? How did you identify the most potential areas and what kind of results have you got so far with your use cases? And what is there in the pipe? What kind of impact are you going to make in the future?
Well, if we start with the use cases, we didn't start kind of from nothing. So we already had focused on our digital manufacturing. And this is one of the example use cases that you can see here. Basically, we focused on the machine learning areas first, because we knew that we already had the capabilities for that kind of machine learning cases. And we really wanted to get something done that is tangible. And in this case, we actually optimized our electric arc furnace, which is a huge furnace, and we use almost 5% of whole Finland's energy or electricity. And in this case, we were optimizing the time that you need to heat up the furnace, and we actually were able to save about 4% of this time that we need to heat up the furnace. And this 4% saving actually ended up to this 1,736 tons of CO2. So it was both saving the money, but of course then the CO2 that is very important for us. So these kinds of cases we did have. So we didn't start from the scratch. And I really wanted to bring these up because I think if you can show something and talk and communicate about any kind of good results in the beginning or in the early phase, you can buy time and the trust. So we had few of these. We also focused on this kind of machine vision. So we take a lot of pictures and we try to evaluate automatically what is the quality of our products. So we started with this. But then, of course, we wanted to get into more AI space and into more new ideas. So we started to gather also the new ideas and created the process that we will maybe talk about a little bit later more.
Yeah. And so could you mention one case that is in the pipe that is going to bring a lot of savings? Can you bring something?
Well, of course, in our kind of industry, raw materials is something that if you can optimize 1%, it will bring huge savings. So that is something that, of course, we are looking into.
Yes. So then let's discuss how to get started. So the actual implementation of the Innovation Hub. So what were the first steps and activities?
Well, of course, the first step when I joined the company was the process. So MLOps process, because we didn't have that. And I had an experience from my previous company that this is something that we need to do. That was the first thing. And then, of course, the platform. So the capability, how to build this. And then the skills. So I hired the team of data scientists to help me. And then we selected the partner. And in this case, it was Solid, obviously.
And it was an honor to be part of this great initiative. Thanks. So first you set up the technical foundation and got organized, and after that the innovation process started to get shaped. So let's explore the process in more detail?
Yeah, here you can see in the slide the process that we are using. And this process is quite typical. So when you Google innovation process, you can find something like this. The point is that how do you actually bring this to life? And in our case, we were really focusing on these first steps. So we really wanted to get a lot of good ideas. So we were focusing on the gathering the ideas and making those quickly, and then proving the value in the short term. So we talk here about days or weeks and not about months or years. Of course, then when you move forward and you start building and scaling, then everybody knows that it takes more time, and there you have to have the ownership from the business and all the pieces in place. But in our case, we really wanted to show to get a good starting point and then only to move forward.
Yeah, and behind this process, there's all your experience from the past companies and a lot of research. But walking the talk is always the most difficult part. So how did you make this live?
Well, we just got started. I didn't ask for permissions. I knew that if I asked permission, somebody would say no. So we actually just built up the way how you can collect ideas. So we created this kind of template where you can put your idea to the funnel. And also we built up this kind of idea hunting team. So team around the company who are helping gathering the ideas. So just got the ideas quickly and started with the first use cases and then just moved forward and communicated a lot, of course.
And have you iterated this process after this, or was it like...
No, it wasn't ready at all. So we started with something and we have been iterating, and of course we will continue iterating the process.
Yeah, so continual improvement also in innovation.
Absolutely.
At Solita, we often use this puzzle to remind that digital transformation is so much more than only about technology. So you need to somehow touch every piece of the puzzle because it's all about people making the change. So, and you are widely known as a change management evangelist. So could you advise us that how to scale AI, how to create new culture, competencies, capabilities, and how to keep everyone on board?
Well, I think this is a change as every other change, so it's nothing special. You need to train the people, so you need to get the basic understanding in place very wide in the organization. In our case, we actually did build a game, so we did our first gamified training, which was fun. We built it ourselves, and now we have also AI game. I haven't tried that yet, but we'll do soon. Then, of course, get the top management with you, which was easy in this case. I have seen other kind of environments as well. And then you just communicate. You know, get something done and communicate a lot and find the face who actually does this. In this case, it was myself, but of course nowadays I also have a team who is then pushing this forward.
Great advice. So take this with you from this. All right, so finally, then let's discuss future roadmaps and lessons learned. So what do you see in your crystal ball? What will happen with AI next? And on the other hand, with the innovation process?
Yeah, about AI, of course, we don't know. It's to be seen. But I believe that AI will grow into everyday life, as we have seen in many areas like co-pilots or others already. So it will grow there. And of course, we will have these niche initiatives as well in this field. But I think it's more about the innovation process than actually AI, because AI is just one tool. You can also use other tools, and you have to select it for the right use cases. But about the innovation process and in Outokumpu, so I'm already very proud because we have taken this innovation process also wider. So after we started with our digital innovation hub, we have actually taken this to the CTO level. So we have Outokumpu-wide innovation process now built up based on our initiative.
It all started from this, so
yes,
that's really impressive. And who knows if this will be the secret ingredient for the becoming CEO Kati Terhorst's next strategy phase.
Let's see.
That will be definitely one success factor in there. Okay, then about the lessons learned. So what have you learned, both the success factors and the pitfalls personally and then Outokumpu as an organization from this all?
Of course, you always learn during this journey. So in this case, it was a reminder of design thinking. We actually did a mistake. You always make mistakes. In this case, we had one great use case. We built up for our operators in the mill this kind of great view of the process. And we built it with them, but then we didn't put it to the monitor in front of them, but we actually located the monitor kind of in the side. So they never actually started to use that great view that was provided for them because it was not there where they were looking at. It was in the wrong place. And this was a reminder for me of the really basic thing. Remember to bring the users with you and think about the design thinking approach since the beginning all the way to the end. And of course, the other thing is data. As we know, data is difficult and too often we don't have it. Or it's not the good quality data. So I think those are the two things to remember and also to evaluate when you select the use cases.
Yeah. So what would be your final key takeaway from this?
Maybe just go and get started. You don't need permissions, it's easier to say sorry than ask for permission. Get something done. And of course, then go and test. Kind of attitude is very good and have fun on the journey. It's a journey. It's not ready. We are not there yet. It will take time for us to get there. And of course, all the organizations, they change very slowly. Yeah. So it's good to remember to have fun.
Yeah. So enjoy the journey and get started.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kristiina, for coming over to Solita Summit and share this really valuable insight to all of us. And thank you for all for listening in. And please post your questions to the chat. We will reply those. And also afterwards, you can contact Kristiina or me. Thank you all.